Finn pokes his finger to check his blood 8 to 10 times every day. He checks at school. He checks at home. We manage diabetes when he plays, and all through the night while he sleeps. One thing that scientists do to help them understand things that they can't see is to make a model. So we made a model of the inside of your body to help you understand what happens when somebody has type 1 diabetes. Every cell in your body runs on glucose or sugar. And it gets into the bloodstream after you eat carbohydrates. Your stomach breaks it down into blood glucose, enters the bloodstream, and then your pancreas senses that sugar in your bloodstream and releases insulin to help open the cells. But a type 1 diabetic doesn't have insulin to open cells. So see what happens when a type 1 diabetic eats. So Finn's going to play the role of our type 1 diabetic, and he'll be eating some food, and when he eats, he's going to put sugar into the model, which is going to be represented by the Xbox. Maddie's going to play the role of our pancreas, and so she's going to put insulin into our model to show you how the insulin helps the blood glucose or hexbugs get into the cells so they can have energy. All right, so Finn's going to eat something like this apple here, which has carbohydrates in it. Go ahead, Finn. And when he does that, sugar enters the bloodstream. And since he doesn't have insulin, it can't get into the cells. Go ahead and keep eating, Finn. So he feels hungry. He feels like he's starving because his cells aren't getting any energy. So he eats something else, and more sugar enters the bloodstream. But it's all still trapped in the bloodstream. It can't enter the cells. Go ahead, Finn, put all your sugar. He keeps feeling hungry, so he keeps eating. And eventually we took him to the doctor, and we realized he has type 1 diabetes. His sugar is stuck in the bloodstream and can't get into his cells. So we inject. His doctor tells us we need to inject insulin. So then insulin comes, and insulin opens the doors to the cells. Now, the sugar, just leave them open, Maddie, can get in and out of the cells. Keep going, insulin. We need more insulin. Now the cells in Finn's body are starting to get glucose and energy, and he's not feeling hungry anymore. They're getting energy. That's kind of our model of what happens in type 1 diabetes. Type 1 diabetics are constantly having a balancing act. When their blood sugars get too high, they need more insulin. When their blood sugars get low, they need sugary snacks and drinks like juice to bring their blood sugar up.
Yeah, go ahead and pour it in. No, pour it in the bowl like he does. Okay, so you got your 32 carbs for your cereal. Okay, and he likes milk on his cereal, which also has carbohydrates in it. So we have to measure that. 1 cup. How many carbs in a cup of milk, Finn?
12.
Okay, so then we'd have to add them together. So 13 for the milk plus, what was it, Finn? 32 for the cereal. So how many carbs for breakfast today?
45.
Nice. Excellent. So then he would put that into his pump and dose for breakfast and have a great sunny day. So Finn has to get insulin into his body somehow. So we do that through his insulin pump, but it needs to connect to his skin so that the insulin can get into his body. We do that through a pump site, which we change out every 3 days. So this is a pump site. You may have seen one on his leg or maybe on his arm or belly. You can put them other places, but basically it has the little needle and it will leave a little tube inside his skin so that the insulin can get in there. So we pull that back. Finn, do you want to wipe? So it's important that you clean the skin first. Alright. Wait for that to dry. So this part will act like a little plug. So anytime he eats, we do what we call a bolus from his pump, which will put the insulin into his body. There we go. And then we pull out the needle, and that's what's left behind, and that hooks onto his pump. So then his pump plug, it has like a little plug where it comes out, and that plugs right in there, and then it can go right into his body, and he doesn't have to have shots every time he eats with his insulin pump. And that's how a pump site works. Nothing. Okay. One of the things we do to help Finn manage his blood sugar and keep track of where he's at is to use this Dexcom, which we change the Dexcom site every 7 days. It's not his favorite thing, but it's one of the things that makes him super brave. And so we just have to clean it. And then it has a little wire in there and a needle, and the wire gets left behind and can sense the sugar that's in his cells. So we stick it on like that.
Be brave, buddy. Be brave, little
like to do it, but we do it.
We do it anyways.
1, 2, 3, go. Nice.
Oh, You did so awesome, Finn.
But it still hurts.
Yeah, it still hurts.
It does. Finn is one tough kid. And then we pop the transmitter in, and it will tell us what his blood sugar is. Like, it updates every 5 minutes or so. And that is just part of life with type 1
Find a
diabetes.
cure with signs for diabetes. May 4th through the 15th. Thank you.